The final element to assess is whether the study question was pre-registered. This essentially means specifying how the data will be analyzed prior to data collection. Pre-registration is one way to increase the chances that the study will replicate, meaning that someone else will be able to find the same results if they repeated the study. For example, let's say there is a study on data scientists compared to the general population. Using the techniques discussed so far, a sample of data scientists and a sample from the general population is taken. However, instead of pre-specifying a study question, researchers decide to look at many different questions until they see something interesting in their sample. First, they assess whether data scientists are more likely to read Harry Potter than the general population. In their sample, 3 data scientists read Harry Potter and 3 members of the general population read Harry Potter, so there does not appear to be a difference. Since there was no difference, the researchers then investigate a second question, which is whether data scientists are more likely to have mustaches than the general population. This time, the results are 2 and 2. Again, no difference in this sample. Maybe data scientists are more likely to raise chickens than the general population. No, it looks like 4 and 4 in this sample. Finally, the researchers ask, are data scientists more likely to wear cowboy hats than the general population? Aha, finally, 2 data scientists in the sample wear cowboy hats compared to only 1 in the general population. It looks like data scientists are twice as likely to wear cowboy hats. It turns out that this result was just seen by chance. And if the researchers had taken a second sample, they would see that data scientists are just as likely to wear cowboy hats as the general population. They were able to find this result because they asked so many different questions in a single sample, so the chances are eventually they would find something. One way to combat this is through pre-registration. If the researchers had pre-specified that they were just going to examine one of these questions, it's less likely that they would find something by chance. Sometimes it makes sense to perform an exploratory analysis like this, but it's just important that if this is done, it's reported as such in the manuscript. We'll discuss this more in the reproducibility and replication section. As a recap, though, when determining how the data were collected, it's important to consider first the population, second the setting, third measurement instruments, 4 which characteristics were collected, and then 5 whether the aims of the study were pre-specified. Most clinical trials are pre-registered, and increasingly more observational studies are as well. For example, let's go back to the closed trial. You can find this article in PLOS Medicine. A link to the registration can be found in the article text. And if you follow this link, you can find information about when and how the trial was registered. For example, we can see from the site that the closed trial was prospectively registered.